welcome to You Call This Yoga Thursday Night Deep Stretch. I am Niambi. I just realized that I did my mat in the opposite direction. Around really quick. Primary mat, secondary mat. So just make your way to your back. Begin to breathe. Land on your mat. Start to allow your body to settle and release the day. Check that out. And just breathe. No particular breathing patterns to begin. Just inhale and exhale. Like I said, you can come into recline bound angle. If that feels good, you can just stretch out wide on your mat. If that feels better in your body. And let's just take a few moments to land in this practice on our mats in this present moment. Allow us ourselves to release any of the tensions from the day. Allow ourselves to stay present in this moment and not get ahead of ourselves or worry about anything that might be waiting for us after this practice. Instead, we will just settle in to this moment. This present moment is truly all we have. So let's just breathe. Notice the points of your body that are in contact with the mat. Notice the feeling of support. Notice the feeling of grounding. Maybe you take your hands and gently massage any spaces on your body that are a little extra tender this evening, or just need a little bit more love. And let's settle in. We're going to take a few cleansing breaths. So when we take cleansing breaths, we inhale through our nose, nice and deep. Suspend the breath at the top and exhale audibly. Really push it out. So let's do that again. Nice deep inhale. Suspend at the top and exhale. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale. Suspend. Exhale. One more time. Very nice. And now let's just settle in and breathe.
I release control and surrender to the flow of love that will heal me.
Just use this time to breathe,
I release
settle,
control
and land on your mat.
and surrender to the flow of love that will heal me. I release control and surrender to the flow of love that will heal me.
Notice if there's any tension
I release
in your
control
shoulders,
and surrender
your fingers,
to the flow of love
your jaw,
that will heal me.
the space between your eyebrows,
And surrender
your hips,
to
your back. Any place where there's tension, send your breath there
I release
and release.
and surrender to
Your thighs,
of love
your
that
kneecaps,
will heal me.
your shins, your
I
calves,
release control
your ankles,
and surrender
your toes.
of
Just allow it all to release.
I release control
And breathe.
and surrender to the flow of love that will heal me. I release control and surrender to the
So on your next inhale, you'll slowly draw your knees in, allowing the soles of your feet to come to the mat. And then we'll squeeze in for a nice, tight, full wind relieving pose. Hold it in nice and tight. You can hold over top of your knees, or you can tuck your hands behind and just draw your knees in. And breathe. Maybe you make some circles with your knees in one direction. You pause at the top, and maybe you go back around in the other direction. And squeeze in nice and tight. Maybe you point and flex. Maybe you make some ankle circles with your feet. Help warm those ankles up. And squeeze in. And then slowly bring the soles of your feet down to the mat. You want your feet hips width distance apart. And we're going to slowly drop our knees over to the left. Shift your shoulders if you need to reset. You have space between your knees in this spinal twist. Your knees are not stacked. And you can also decide if you want to draw your back foot up a little bit. That is going to deepen the stretch down this quad muscle, not the hamstring, up down the front of the right thigh. So the more you draw that knee in, you will feel that stretch in that back leg. So just decide what your body needs this evening. You can take your arms out into a T. You can take your gaze to the right if you want that neck stretch. And once you're there, just settle in and breathe. In deep stretch, we use a combination of time, breath, and gravity to support our bodies in going deeper. And so we hold the poses anywhere from 2 to 3 minutes up to 5 for certain muscle groups to really allow our bodies to go deep into the tissue and release. So make sure you breathe in. My intention for class tonight is around the idea that what we work for works for us. So when we think about our yoga practice, when we think about any spiritual practices that we may have, when we think about our jobs, our anything in life, what we put into it is what we get out of it. What we work is what works for us. So that is the space that I'm in this evening. You can carry that with you through this practice. Or if there's something else that resonates with you, you can carry that through practice. And breathe. Remember, you can use your hands to massage into any tight spaces, help your body release. And remember, you are never stuck. We're more than halfway through the pose. So really just let your body go a little bit deeper, massage and help it out and breathe. If it's in your practice, you can take your left ankle and anchor it on to your right knee. And that will help you take that stretch in the back leg a little deeper and breathe. So if you took the bind, you can release it and slowly engage your core and draw your knees up through center. Reset your hips if you need to. And we will get ready to go to the other side. So maybe you want to take a few passes of windshield wiper first. And when you're ready, we'll slowly drop the knees over to the right. Remember, you get to decide what you do with this back leg, so you can leave it here, or if you draw it up, like closer to your bum, it is going to deepen the stretch in that quad muscle. Arms out in a T, take your gaze over to the left, and breathe. Allow your breath to take you deeper. Remember, you can use your hand to massage into any tight spots and breathe. Release any tension. Notice if there's tension in your shoulders, your jaw, the space between your eyebrows, and send energy to any of the tense spots and release it. And breathe. We're more than halfway through. Remember, you're never stuck. So if you need to come out and go back in, you can. And just breathe. If it's in your practice and you want to bind that right ankle on the left knee, you can, and deepen that stretch. And breathe. And breathe. So your next inhale, engage your core and slowly draw your knee back up to center. Take your time because we were in that twist for a good little bit. Maybe you reset your hips, take a few passes of windshield wiper. And when you're ready, squeeze in. We're going to squeeze in for a nice full wind relieving pose. And we're going to rock side to side. We're going to take it a little bit slower and really rock, bring your knees almost down, engage your core, and then go in the opposite direction, just to do a little bit of core strengthening. So bring your knees almost down, and then draw them back up. Do it a few more times, knees almost down. And then engage your core, drawing back up to center. Other side, knees almost down. Engage your core. And let's do 2 more passes. Remember, anytime we're doing these spinal twists, you want to engage your core. It protects your lower back. Engage, draw it back up to center. Last time to the right. Drop it almost down and then engage. Bring it back to center. Whew. Good job. And just squeeze in nice and tight. And when you're ready, we're going to rock back and forth and rock up and come around to all fours. We're going to take a few rounds of cat and cow just to continue warming up that spine, making sure we're getting it moving. So we inhale for cow, exhale for cat, arch up, press through your shoulder blades. Inhale for cow, press through your heart, really exhale. Arch up to cat. Maybe you shift your hips side to side. Maybe go this way. Maybe press back and around. Make a circle. And really reach through. So feel the length on the right side. Maybe you'll reach that right arm and really feel the length down through that right side body into the right hip. And you can come up and go to the other side. So you're sort of leaning toward the left. You reach the left arm forward and really like press the left hip back and just feel that side body stretch. And then we'll come back and we'll just do cow, inhale, and exhale. Cat, inhale, and exhale. So cat. And then we're just gonna flow a little bit. So we're going to just stay in this all fours, but we'll just press forward, like lower your hips, and then come back so that we can just get a little bit of a flowing motion. So press the hips forward, almost like into cobra, back to child's pose. Go at your own pace into cobra or upward facing dog, back to child's pose. We'll do this just a few more times. Make sure your shoulders are down, not up around your ears, into upward facing dog. Nice and gently, but just waking up our joints and getting that flow. Last time, into cobra. Press back to downward facing, not downward facing dog, child's pose. And then let's just come back to all fours where we started and take 2 more rounds of cat and cow again, just to really get this flow going in our spine and our joints. Inhale for cow and exhale for cat. And now find stillness. We're going to tuck our toes. We're going to do a little toe stretch. So tuck our toes, get even the little baby toe in there, itsy bitsy. And you can rock back and forth to sort of loosen the feet up a little bit. If your feet are really tight, or if you're ready, you can just walk your hands back and bring your body upright. Whew. The more upright you are, the deeper the stretch. So you breathe. Maybe you just wiggle out the wiggles on your upper body. Whatever feels good. Head circles, shoulder circles, arm stretches, any organic movement that 1 feels good in your upper body and 2 helps take the focus off of this toe stretch. We're here just for about 2 more breaths, not much longer. One more. Very nice. So bring your hands back down on the mat. Release your toes. And then maybe you pat them out. Don't forget to breathe. And let's come into an easy seat, Sukhasana. Crisscross applesauce. And we're going to just do a neck stretch. So you have your legs crossed. You gently drop your right ear to your right shoulder. And this very well could be enough. Just staying here, not holding and tensing up your neck. Really releasing it and letting gravity work is enough. If you want, you can take your right arm and place it over on the left ear. No tugging, just resting the right hand there, and that weight is going to support and deepen in the stretch. You can take this left arm out and tense it on your mat, or you can keep it on your lap, whatever is most comfortable, and breathe. Make sure that you engage your core, strengthen those core muscles. What you work works for you. We're going to remember that tonight. Whatever we work will be working for us very shortly. So breathe. Keep breathing. Notice any tension, any tender spots. Send your energy there and breathe. I notice I feel it running all the way up my fingers, up to my shoulders. I feel that stretch down my left side, all the way up to my neck. And breathe. So on the next inhale, if you bent the right arm over, release it. Slowly bring your head upright. Maybe you take a shoulder roll to reset. Maybe you do just like a nice tight hug. And when you're ready, we will go to the left side. So you drop the left ear to the left shoulder. Take your left hand, bring it overhead and rest it on that right ear. You can tent the right fingers out. Engage your core and breathe. And really just settle in. Keep breathing. Notice any tense spots, send your energy there. We're more than halfway through this pose. We're almost done. A few more breaths. No pulling, just resting. So on the next inhale, if you took the bind with the left hand, release. And slowly bring your neck up to center. Maybe you take some head circles in one direction. And breathe. You can pause and go in the opposite direction. And breathe. And if there's anything else that feels good in your body, take these few moments to do that, to reset in whatever way your body needs. Very nice. And then we're going to do some eagle arms. So we'll take our arms out wide, engage your core. And actually, before we do that, let's just pulse a little bit. So engage your core and just pulse your arms up and down, up and down. So warm them up a little bit. Pulse them. Maybe you turn your palms forward and pulse back and forth. Maybe you turn your palms down and you pulse down. Really feel it in your arms and your shoulders. Maybe you turn your palms back and you pulse and press back a little bit. Pulse back. Turn your palms down, press down. You're just gonna come right back full circle. Turn your palms forward, press forward, and turn your palms up, press up. Very nice. So now we're gonna go into eagle arms. So we're going to bring our arms forward, cross the left arm under. So you want to be crossed as close to the elbows as you can and fold up. And if you bring your elbows in line with your shoulders, this may be more than enough. If it's in your practice and you want to complete the bind, you take the left hand, turn it around, and reach for the right wrist. And there you have eagle arms. Bring the elbows in line with the shoulders and breathe. We're almost there. A few more breaths here. Two more breaths. And one more. And slowly release the bind if you took it completely. Slowly release your arms. Maybe we take a few arm circles to reset if that feels good. And any other organic movement that you may need. And when you're ready, we will go to the other side. So this time we are going to cross. What do? Left arm under. We're going to cross right arm under. You want to get to where your elbows are pretty crossed, and then bend up and bring elbows up to shoulder width. And what I just did, I don't know if you caught that, but if you reach your arms back towards your shoulders and just, pull on your shoulders a little, that can help you move your elbows closer together, and then you can bring it back up. And if you want to take the bind, take that right wrist, turn it around, and grab the left wrist. When I grab, I'll hold. And breathe. Keep breathing. Maybe you sway side to side if that helps. Sometimes that helps me take my mind off of how deep of a stretch this is, but it's really good for the chest and across the back and the shoulder blades. And breathe. A few more breaths here. Yep, almost done. Breathe into the tension, breathe into any discomfort. When you're ready, slowly unwind, release out. And maybe this time your shoulder circles are forward if that felt good. Maybe you just do shoulder rolls. Maybe you give yourself a nice tight hug to help release. That's that. And when you're ready, we're going to make our way down onto our belly. Okay. We're going to come down flat onto our bellies. We're going to go into Sphinx pose first. So in Sphinx pose, your forearms are on the mat. Excuse me, your toes are untucked. You have a little bend in your lower back. Your gaze is forward. Engage your core and breathe. And keep breathing. On your next inhale, you take your gaze over to the right and breathe. One more breath. Engage your core. On the next inhale, you slowly come through center. Take your gaze over to the left. Press through the tops of your feet and breathe. And we'll come back to center. Just stack your arms at the top of your mat and rest your head for crocodile pose. Maybe you rock side to side to release your hips. And just let your body settle in and release into the mat and breathe. Continue to breathe. Few more breaths. So in your next inhale, you're going to bend your right leg up. If you have a strap, this is some place where you can use the strap if you want, or if it's in your practice. You just put the strap around that left foot and you're going to draw it in. You want to keep your knees in. Don't let your leg bow out to the side. You want to keep your knees in, and you can either bring your back up if that feels good. So you can either do it with a strap, or you can just reach back and hold the top of your foot. Again, keeping your knee and your leg in line, not letting it pop out to the side. You can either stay up on your right forearm or you can lower down. Whatever feels better, and then just breathe into it and let your body release. feel your body releasing any tension. Tension in your shoulders. Tension in your jaw. Tension in your lower back. If it's in your practice, you can take the right hand and bring it around and then like massage into the lower back, if that's helpful. So your left hand is holding the left foot, your forehead is resting on a mat or a block, and you can bring that right hand and really help massage into any place that needs support. I know my lower back needs massaging. And breathe. A few more breaths here. Two more breaths. One more. There you go. And so you can release your foot and slowly lower it down. Bring that left hand up toward the top of your mat and maybe you rock side to side. Maybe take a few passes of windshield wiper. Whatever you need to help reset that lower back before we go to the other side. So when you're ready, you'll bring the left leg down, you'll bend the right leg, bring the left forearm parallel to the top of your mat, reach back, grab the top of your right foot, and then settle in and decide you want that knee close in, and you can either stay upright or you can lower your head down and then just breathe into it. Remember, each side is different, so you may have used the strap on one side and not the other. Maybe you're reaching for the ankle on one side, the other side you held the top of the foot. And just breathe into it. Allow your body to release. So if it's in your practice, you can take that left hand, bring it around, and help massage into the lower back. Or maybe across the rib cage, or wherever you might need some massaging. And bring your forehead to the mat and use the left hand and breathe. Breathe into any discomfort. We don't want pain, but discomfort and tension, we can breathe into and help our bodies release. Few more breaths. On the next inhale, release that right foot and slowly bring it down. Bring your arms back up to Sphinx. And again, maybe your windshield wiper. Make some circles. Go in the other direction. And from here, we're gonna tuck our toes and press back into a closed leg child's pose. And that's going to also help counter that back stretch. So once you get to child's pose, you can untuck your toes. Woo, do whatever is comfortable. If you need to spread your legs a little, bring your head down to the mat. And then you can bring your arms to your side and just allow your body to hang heavy. And breathe. Few more breaths. Two more. And one more. Maybe you rock your forehead side to side, massage that space between your eyebrows. And when you're ready, take your hands and slowly roll up, nice and slowly and gently, vertebrae by vertebrae. Let your head be the last thing to come up. And we'll make our way down with our legs stretched out in front, and we're going to make our way down to our backs. So you can engage your core, flex your feet, and begin to roll down. Nice and slowly, controlled. Breathe. And just settle into the mat for a moment. And we're going to go into happy baby. So with happy baby, you'll draw the knees in, soles of the feet toward the ceiling. You can hold behind your knees at your thighs for happy baby, soles of your feet at the ceiling. Or you can reach up and grab the outer blades of your feet and then just settle in. You want to ground your tailbone down and breathe. Release any tension in your shoulders. Notice any tension in your jaw. And breathe. Maybe you rock side to side. Rock if that feels good. Maybe you stretch one leg and go to the other side and stretch the other leg. And just continue back and forth, whatever movements, variations serve you. You should do that. And breathe. If you want to just stay grounded in the center, you can do that. Rock back and forth if that feels good. And breathe. Release your shoulders. I just noticed mine had tensed up. Especially when you're reaching up for your feet, your shoulders can tense up before you even realize it. So just take a breath and really let them come down and settle down. So your next inhale, you slowly draw the soles of your feet together. You bring your knees in, lower the soles of your feet down to the mat. And we're going to do one more spinal twist. This time we'll bring our knees together and slowly drop them over to the left. So in this spinal twist, your knees are stacked. Engage your core and settle your shoulders, arms out into a T. You can take your gaze over to the right if you want to stretch your neck. Try to keep both shoulders on the floor. Legs over to the left and breathe. Breathe into the tension. Breathe into any discomfort. A few more breaths. One more. So your next inhale, slowly engage your core, draw your knees up through center, and then we'll just slowly pass through and drop them over to the right. Again, you want your knees stacked, arms out into a T. Work to have both of those shoulders on the mat. You can draw your knees up slightly and take your gaze over to the left to get that stretch in your neck and breathe. Few more breaths here. Breathe into any discomfort. Breathe into any tension. Really see if your body can give you any more. Is there any more space in this twist? And breathe. So your next inhale, slowly engage your core and nice and gently draw your knees back up into center. And we're going to squeeze in for a nice full wind relieving pose. Rock side to side, massage that lower back. And we're going to go into supported waterfall. So you can use a block if you have one. Oh. Bring the soles of your feet onto your mat. Press your hips up. Place the block at the small of your back and bring your soles of your feet up toward the ceiling and settle into this inversion and breathe. Maybe you point and flex your feet. Maybe you make some ankle circles and breathe.
Let me see my choices clearly. Please, let me be. Let me see my choices.
So on your next inhale, slowly bring the soles of your feet together, down to the mat. Press up and remove the block. And let's take any last minute movements that feel good in our body as we prepare for Shavasana. Maybe you take a full wind relieving pose, make some circles. Maybe you take a few more passes of windshield wiper and really press through. Press through. Maybe you take one full body stretch. And when you're ready, find rest. You can use a blanket, use your bolster behind your legs. Whatever is a restful in, yogis find rest. So slowly begin to bring your awareness back into this space. And wiggle your toes, flutter your eyelids. And when you're ready, roll over on your favorite side. Draw your knees in. You can use your arm as a prop, a cushion for fetal posture. We end our practice in Shavasana, which is corpse pose. It's a pose of endings, but we are reminded when we come to fetal posture that with each ending, there's the opportunity for a new beginning. When you're ready, you can take your hand and press up into a seated position. Bring your hands to heart center if that is comfortable for you. I greatly appreciate you taking time out of your day for yourself and for your practice and for allowing me to guide you through. I am eternally grateful. I do not take this for granted. You can bring your hands between the space between your eyebrows, your third eye center, massage it, wake it up, prepare it to work for you. The light in me sees, honors, and appreciates the bright light in you. Namaste.